All right, before we go any further, let's just take you through some of these new contenders. And frankly, in a price-sensitive market like India, these are potentially tablets that could be really disruptive. Let's take a look.
Tablets so far have all been competing on specs and raw hardware, with iPad on one side and Android tablets ganging up on the other, pricing not being a great differentiator. Now, the tide is turning, with price becoming the critical factor, with some of these new players entering the tablet arena. Let's begin with Airtel V2. Airtel's foray into the tablet market seems a tad uninspired design-wise. A design that is stitched together from part chrome, part plastic in equal measures, and a stand thrown in for good measure, it's a bit too overwhelming for our taste. It also ships with Android 2.2, which is good enough to handle most of the user interface customizations that Airtel has done over the stock Android UI. But it is also here that the resistive touchscreen curdles of the experience. A stylus is included, but you have to spend some time getting acquainted with the screen and getting used to the lag in touch response. The zippy Qualcomm underneath ensures that everything is smooth app-wise, and we didn't encounter many stutters or blocks while using the device. It's quite stable in this regard. Next up is the prototype that is grabbing a lot of attention, the Lax Magnum Pepper. In the absence of the long-awaited $35 tablet comes Lax with its take to the cheapest tablet tag with what it claims to be a $99 offering. The Magnum Pepper is an Android 2.2 powered tab. Being the cheapest, it is all plastic in its design. On the plus side, it is the lightest of the lot. The prototype we got also has a basic but well thought out UI, which allowed us to access all the settings and apps we wanted quickly. It's similar in design to the Airtel V2's Magic UI, which houses everything in neatly arranged tabs instead of showing you everything at once. Again, the resistive touchscreen is the biggest spoilsport here. Its slow, laggy response leaves a lot to be desired, even if we discount the fact that it is a prototype that we are working with. On the hardware side of things, the 800 MHz processor performs reasonably well, but we will reserve our final verdict till we see the finished product. The latest tablet to break the price barrier is Iball Slide. Iball's rather peculiarly named Slide comes equipped with the Android 2.3 operating system, but Iball has smartly just left the default vanilla UI intact without customizing it or adding too much flab. This proves to be a good decision as it pays off in the overall user experience. The UI is smooth and the touchscreen catches all the swipes and gestures with minimal lag. But the UI is not without problems. The icons and the apps do not appear to scale well in the landscape orientation. The viewing angle is also extremely minimal, with the display washing out at the slightest tilt of the screen. Design-wise, Iball has opted to be safe and gone for the familiar all-black rectangular shape, which works slightly to its disadvantage because it's nowhere near as heavy as it looks. Next up, the Reliance 3G tab. Reliance was one of the first players to start the ball rolling when it comes to the low-cost tablet range. Since then, other players have entered the space with cheaper alternatives. Reliance's offering comes locked with the service provider, making it the only tablet in the space to come locked. So while the hardware is in the range of 12,000, together with the data plan it can cost anywhere between 17,499 to just under 20,000 rupees. The Android 2.3 powered tab is sleek and well built. It also features a capacitive 7-inch touchscreen, again missing in low-cost tablets. It performed well but tends to frequently slip up on swipes or long presses. We were rather amused to find the Android version, which is 2.3, listed under the About Phone instead of About Tablet or About Device like most other manufacturers. Seems like Reliance really did not bother too much with little details. This brings us to the user interface. It seems undercooked, half-optimized and hurriedly put together, as it whips the poor 800 MHz processor into a frenzy. We feel you would be better off just installing Launcher Pro.